Okay, hello everyone. Yeah, sorry that my laptop's being a bit noisy, but I'm just basically gonna do a quick video where I go through all of the stuff that I've drawn this month. This month being January. So yeah, and this is going to be. I intend to do this as a premiere video, so there is a chat, but I won't be able to read it because this is all pre-recorded. So I'm not actually doing this live. But I can chat with you if you have anything to say, so it'd be great to hang out. But let's just get on with this. So I've done a lot of pictures of the characters from Femme Fatale, which is this band that me and Julie Kitsuli created, and this is actually one of her characters. This is Claire Kitty, and I've drawn her quite a lot. I actually really like drawing Claire. And this one, I think I drew this one right at the end of December, so this isn't technically a January one, but it's kind of the first thing that I had ready for this video. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. What else we got? Oh, and by the way, I have noticed that the edges of these pictures look a bit weird. There's a bit of a glitch there. I don't know how to get rid of that. But please, I've made it more noticeable now just by bringing it up. This is Ema. Ema, she's an alien cop, and yeah, again, drawn a lot of pictures. You can actually see her arm sticking out in the background, the background images. Because yeah, this is a character that I came up with a few years ago, and I've drawn her quite a lot ever since. And I haven't quite settled on a specific look. There are lots of little details that I've gone over. So there are different ways of drawing her. I quite like this design. I actually drew this when I went to see some friends one evening, because they were all doing arts and crafts and things like that, and paintings and stuff. And I thought, well, yeah, I've been doing a lot of digital art, so I'll bring my laptop, and that's what I did when I was there. And here we have Red Fraggle. So I did this as a live stream, so some of you may have already seen me doing this, like the whole process of me drawing that picture. And this was something that one of my Instagram followers wanted to see. They asked me if I could draw a picture of either like a Muppet character or Fraggle Rock. And I think I decided to go with Red because even though I never really watched Fraggle Rock as a child, those characters are really well designed, and Red just has a very unique look, and I thought I'd give her a go. And this is the Disney princess version of Ema. I was feeling experimental one evening. I looked up some pictures of the Disney princesses, and I thought maybe I'll try and see if I can have a go at that style. And I think considering, I just sort of did this all in one sitting, pretty much. So I'm actually quite pleased. It's not perfect by any means, but it was well out of my comfort zone, and I think I did all right. I'm not displeased with that one. And this is my version of the Twitter Anthro bird character. Some of you may know about this. Basically, on Twitter, a lot of artists were drawing this sort of anthropomorphic Twitter bird because one of the things that Twitter have in their guidelines for the use of their logo is like you can't anthropomorphize the logo. It says something like that. That's actually on there, and naturally, the whole reverse psychology of it meant that a lot of artists thought, we're going to do just that, and I sort of jumped on the bandwagon, and that was my version. I did that in a bit of a rush, so yeah. So this is where I've got to make sure that I give people credit, because this is another character that is not mine. This is Jazzy, and if you look up Miss Jazz Da Funk on Twitter, then you will find. I'll just make sure. There we are. See, I'm going on Twitter now to make sure that I get all these names right. And I sort of did. This is sort of like a miniature version of Jazzy, because her proportions are meant to be a bit different. I think looking at it now, I wish that I'd shrunk the body down a bit more, because I think I was trying to give it a kind of comical, out of proportion look, and yeah, I think the body could have done with being a bit smaller, because that was kind of the point. I was trying to do a mini version. And this character, I believe it was created by Raojin on Twitter. Is that how you say it? Raojin? I hope I got that right. Because this guy is working on a game, I believe, Headphone Heroes. And yeah, I really like the design of all these characters he does. I'm just looking through it now, and yeah. So there's some great stuff. I'm just looking at it through his Twitter right now. That's all really cool. And yeah, so this is Aura. Aura is one of the characters from his game. I did do another one, and we'll get to that in a bit. And this is a bit of a rushed image. This is another femme fatale bit of concept art, because I had this idea that maybe they would have their own headquarters. Because the idea is that the femme fatale are this band, and they this is basically where they go to work. This is in New York City. And yeah, I just made this. I sketched this. One of the things that I sketched when I was with my family for Christmas, and yeah, I went from the sketch to a sort of digital. I've made their building look a bit cylindrical. That was kind of accidental, but I think it works because of like the way I've designed the top with the sort of cat ears and the doors that are meant to look like eyes with the balcony. Anyway, another picture of Claire, and this was because we now have a Twitter for Femme Fatale, and I thought it'd be fun if I drew some pictures that kind of look like selfies and photos that the characters themselves would post to the Twitter, because we're kind of making it look like they're managing the Twitter themselves. So yeah, I spent a lot of time working on that, and yeah, these characters are a lot of fun to draw. I found that because I'm putting a lot of work into these ones, but it is good. I'm enjoying the process of drawing these characters. And I gave her that duck face selfie look in this one. There's another one where there's Claire and Becca, because I came up with Becca the bunny. So basically, once again, it's like a selfie. And I realised after I'd drawn this one that neither of them are holding the phone that's taking the picture, because again, it's meant to look like they're having their picture taken. So I came up with like one of the other band members is taking that one, and this is Claire and Peggy, and the whole thing about them is they're kind of like frenemies. They don't actually get on that well with each other, and I really wanted to try and make that clear, because Claire's trying to kind of force Peggy into this one, and she's sort of trying to look like she's smiling, and Peggy's having none of it. So yeah, I think that came out quite well. And this was another one that I did for one of my live streams, and I think this would have turned out a bit better, because there are some problems with proportion and things. I make that kind of mistake quite a lot, but this was quite rushed, because I tend to just sort of give myself roughly an hour when I'm doing streams, so there's a bit of a time limit, and also I find that my software isn't quite as responsive while I'm streaming, so that can be a problem. Now this is another character. This is Esther, a character created by Feroth on DeviantArt, because I've been following Feroth for a while, and when this came up, this character, when I first saw this picture of Esther, I immediately thought I want to have a go at drawing that character, and I did a more cartoony version. If you look at the original character, it's quite sophisticated, it's very well drawn, so I went a bit more kind of goofy and wacky with my version, and this is a femme fatale size chart, because I thought it would be a good idea to kind of establish what the order of height is. I thought it would be interesting if none of them are exactly the same height, because as you can see here, we've got Kimmy being the shortest. She's only like just over 4 feet or something like that, and then you've got Lena on the opposite extreme, right at the far right, and she's way tall. She's about twice the size of Kimmy. So this was just, I just sort of put this together. Another one that I sketched back at home, and I thought I should do a digital version of this and kind of have sort of make it official, or just make sure we can have an idea of the scale of all these characters. This is the Femme Fatale logo, and it looks a bit plain right now. I mean, because we've put this up on Twitter. It's the Twitter profile picture. What I might add to it is I put some silhouettes of the characters behind the logo. I think that would look good. Oh, and here I've sort of combined the picture of Claire singing with the logo, and I thought this would be a good idea for a single cover. Like if they're going to put out singles, that would be the kind of thing. So like you'd have each character would have their turn appearing on each single, on each cover, and then when they did the album, it would be a combination of all those pictures. That was an idea that I sort of thought might work in the hypothetical world. So this is, sorry, I've still got my iPad out, but I should keep it out actually. Another picture of Lena. I forget now. Yeah, because you saw Lena in the size chart. Yeah, and she plays the guitar. So I've drawn that. You can see the live stream where I did this. That's my the video that I did before this one. So you can see me drawing her. The little paw print, that was Julie's idea. Like this is actually Julie's design for the guitar, because I thought I'm going to go make it pretty accurate, because I do draw in a very different style, but I did my best to make Lena look like Lena, because Julie came up with her design. So this is Peggy. Yeah. Losing it a bit now. Because I came up with Peggy, and she's gone through a few changes, because I did something a little bit different with this one. This was a live stream. This is the only time I've drawn her with her hair like that, where it kind of covers part of her face, because I was thinking I do like that her hair is kind of asymmetrical, and I think it does sort of literally move sideways rather than over down the center of her head, and so that's probably how it's going to go. Like it's sort of going to go, well, that's it, like sort of her left. That's where it's going to move. And this is Rita. I came up with Rita. I sort of like this idea of her going to a fancy dinner party and being way out of her comfort zone. This is one of those drawings where I had to put in a lot of details that I'm not used to doing. So I was sort of out of my comfort zone drawing this, I think. That was a little bit fiddly. I think I didn't put a lot of reflective colouring on the little fork and spoon, but who cares? Now I drew this after I saw Into the Spider-Verse, because a lot of people are doing spider sonars. I thought it'd be funny if Claire had her own spider sonar, so I did Spider Claire. And a little detail, I like pointing this out. I enjoy pointing this one out. Her little spider logo is actually a microphone with legs. If you look closely, you might just about be able to see that. Okay, now we're into some drawings I did for an art challenge where I was doing a draw this in your style kind of thing. And this is one of Julie's original characters, because I asked people to send me pictures of their OCs and I would have a go at drawing them. So this is Madame Eerie. She's a spider who lives in an abandoned library. So that's my version of her. This is Lana Lamb. Now, who was this? This is Furboz, wasn't it? I hope I got that right. I'm just going to double check Twitter. Yeah, The Real Furboz on Twitter. Lana Lamb. So yeah, that's basically it. That's what I did there. My iPad is running low on battery power. Right, and this is another one of Raujin's characters from the Headphone Heroes. This is Headphone Hero. Yeah. So I tried to sort of match up the look of this character with the drawing I did of Aura as best I could. And this is one of Andrew Wilmore's characters. I've been a long-time fan of his work. He usually goes by the name Studio Bueno, if you want to find him on Twitter. He asked if I could draw my own version of Jen and Bueno from his comics and things, and so I had a go at that. That was quite fun. Codavel at Codavel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these right, but right. And this is Shimmer, and the Twitter name you want is A Peg Bordy Fox. Right. So I had a lot of fun doing her OC. Now which one was this? Got to look this one up. R2K17 asked me to do this drawing. Yeah. What's the character's name? I can't pronounce it. Ninit Kazurik, I believe that's what this character's name is. Sorry, I'm really bad at reading, so I'm just reading off Twitter. Now, Rumby, is that right? At Rumby on Twitter. At Rumby Fish. Sorry. I was sent 2 links, and she said it's either this one or this one. Choose which one you want to draw. So I went with this character. And this is for at Jason Fury. Is that right? Yeah, I've got to check now. Ooh, how professional of me. Yeah. And Zyrus, I believe that's how you say this character's name. I think that's right. So that's it. We're now on to sketches. These are pages from a sketchbook. I'll try and zip through these because I've been here about 20 minutes. So we have a picture of Claire in a kind of Cheshire Cat outfit, because I had this idea maybe one of their album covers could be like a Alice in Wonderland parody, and over on the side I had this idea for an album called School's Out, and so that they're in a classroom basically. That's meant to be Molly. Julie came up with this character as well. Molly is Claire's mother. I did a couple of drawings. I think I don't know if I've put the more recent one in. See, a lot of these drawings are very scribbly. I've just been they're mostly warm-up sketches. And this character is Barbara. She's Peggy's sister. And I had this idea that because Peggy's kind of the tough member of the group, but I thought it'd be funny if like she had an older sister who's even tougher. Like she's a fitness instructor. This is a picture of Peggy. If you've forgotten what she looks like, that's Peggy. I had an idea for drawing like that's her awards ceremony outfit. There's the two of them. That's Barbara giving Peggy a noogie. Because I'm still really not that good at drawing two characters kind of intertwined or linking up in a certain way. Because there's a lot to think about. You've got to try and make sure you still get the proportions right. And just making Peggy do press-ups there. They got a bit squashed because I sort of ran out of space. Schoolboy error. And I did a picture of Estelle. She's the band manager of Femme Fatale. I haven't drawn a lot of pictures of her, so I thought I'd do one there. This is a character where I still, because she looks quite short in this one, but I'm thinking I might make her a bit maybe a bit narrower and a little bit taller, sort of, and Claire's height. I think she needs to have that kind of body shape. This is Claire and her brother Marshall. So both of these characters belong to Julie Kitsuli. And I think because I just sort of drew Marshall from memory, I don't know if I got him completely right. Because I don't think he wears a short sleeve t-shirt. I think I got that wrong. And this is what I'm doing for an upcoming selfie drawing, because this is the next one. So I've done 3 so far. You've seen those ones. This is the latest one that I'm working on. So this is Claire posing with Rita over on the left and Lena on the right, and they're kind of pranking her. Like, if you look carefully, you can see Rita is putting a sign on Claire's back, and she doesn't notice, and Lena's putting her fingers up like the bunny ear symbol. More pictures of Peggy and Barbara, because I was thinking I've got to try and get used to drawing Barbara, because she's quite a new character, and I haven't drawn her an awful lot. Because I kind of like that hairstyle that I gave her, but I thought if she's kind of a fitness instructor, the kind of character that works out quite a lot, then she'll probably have her hair tied back. So I'm working on variations of Barbara with her hair, and you can see the original drawing of Rita. I think she's going Gordon Bennett, because I thought it'd be funny if I had her say that, a little speech bubble, but I didn't do that in the end, because I just thought it works best just as an image. There's another little picture of Barbara's head there. I've drawn up in the corner, that's Rita and Lena wearing each other's clothes. That was an idea I was working on previously. And at the bottom, that's Peggy and Claire going to a costume party, and Peggy's supposed to be dressed as Claire. I thought that was quite a funny idea. These are the original drawings of Spider Claire. And this is Femme Fatale about to take on Barbara's obstacle course, because apparently Barbara has an obstacle course of her own. They're getting prepared for that. This is Claire's little sister Alison, another character that Julie came up with. So I drew a few pictures, and the idea with her is that she really likes Peggy. So I've drawn a few pictures of her dressed like Peggy, because that's what she wants. That's who she wants to be. And we're back to the start. So there we go. Right, I'm a bit parched now. I think I might go and have myself a drink. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.